Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you're returning. It's Fiery Moon and I'm here to do the general collective weekend vibe reading. It is October 2nd as I am recording this. We currently have Sun in Libra, Moon is in Aquarius. I'm contemplating on if I should use another deck or not. Because my Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck called out to me as soon as I hit record, when I had already had out the decks that I was going to use. But we'll go ahead and use that as well. So I'll be using the Spirit Animal Oracle. I will also be using the Sacred Creators Oracle. And then for the tarot, I'll be using the Light Seers Tarot. And one thing I noticed too, as long as I've had these decks, I didn't even realize they were made by the same person. The Light Seers Tarot, I want to say from the first time I had seen, other readers using it, I like automatically just fell in love with the deck. And so I had to get it for myself. But the Sacred Creators Oracle, I just, was searching on Amazon one day and just happened to come across it. I didn't even look to see, who it was from. But then, out of all of the readings that I've done, I don't think that I've ever used these two decks together. But when I laid these cards out, I have a deck with this design on it. And lo and behold, it's the Light Seers Tarot. So we're going to jump right on in and see what messages of guidance, healing, truth, love, wisdom, acceptance, understanding, as well as protection that we need as it pertains to the collective and the energy surrounding this weekend. I believe it's going to be on Monday. There will be a separate reading for it, of course. We're going to have the full moon in Aries. So there will be a separate reading for that, as long as I'm able to do it. Like I always tell y'all, take what resonates and leave the rest. Know that the energy can be vice versa or interchangeable, and time as well as the energy is fluid. So let me get one more. And then we'll jump right on in. Alright, so bottom of the deck we have the Swan Spirit. And it says time for a deep dive. So this could be you, or like I always say, someone you're energetically connected to, or just the energy. It really feels like especially with it saying time for a deep dive, like I'm really feeling like Scorpio energy. Like I feel like there's an energy right now. We have Mars in Scorpio as well as Lilith. And you guys know Mars is the masculine energy, whether male or female doesn't matter. But it feels like there could be, a masculine energy that is like, I almost feel like the depth of Scorpio, but the introspection of Virgo. Almost. And we have Venus in Virgo right now. So it almost makes me feel like, I guess the best way that I could say it is, there could be a masculine energy who is, okay, thank you, Spirit. They said tapping into the feminine energy of being, introspective, reflective, or they could also be reflecting on a feminine energy who there's, my guides are saying, who already is that, like they are already someone who is, very introspective and self-reflective, by nature. Yeah. Up under that, we have the crow spirit, which says co-create with spirit. And then we have the white raven, which says trust in the magic. Followed by the wasp spirit, sometimes life stings. And then up under that, we have the snake spirit, time to heal. Yeah. So what I'm getting from these cards is like, someone could have, been led, by, their spirit, or, spirit, to almost like take a time out to reflect, self-reflect, and to almost like, in a way, it makes me feel like, how can I say this? Like, and trust in, what comes up. Trust that, it almost feels like with this trust in the magic, with the white raven spirit, that trust that whatever may be coming up for you, or even if this is for someone, or are connected to, whatever is coming up for whoever is in this energy, it's almost like, it's okay. Like, that's what it makes me want to say, like, it's okay, like, to be okay. It almost makes me want to say, be okay with the parts of yourself that you find hard to love or hard to look at, because this energy feels very reflective, but it's almost like someone doesn't want to look at, their own reflection. But trust in that. Trust that, like, you having the ability, the capability to change, to transmute what you don't like. And I don't mean that in a physical way. I mean that in by, like the Swan card says, taking a deep dive and seeing what's really at the root of that wound, or that insecurity even, that makes you feel that, you don't, or whatever it is that you don't like about yourself. Where does that come from? Because that's how it's making me feel. And it's okay. And even spirit may even be telling you it's okay. Like, it's almost like spirit is trying to guide someone or work with someone to really take a look at themselves. And, don't be afraid of what you see. Be honest with what you see. Look at yourself, even if you have to look in a physical mirror. Look at yourself and love every, like, I feel like saying love every piece of it. If you got a full-length mirror, your whole body from head to toe. Not just your face, not what you have on. Look at you. And it's not always going to be what may be reflected back to you, may not always be, positive. And that's okay as well. Like, and then, like, again, with the time to heal, with the snake spirit, that's making me feel like, get rid of those parts. Like, it's time to shed those parts of you that, keep you in a feeling of, or a state of not feeling enough, or of, feeling just inadequate within yourself, or maybe, feeling, or even having the perception of how others see you. Like, I know So I get, like, I understand how it is to, look in the mirror and not like what you see. Like, I understand that. I'm not saying that is true for me, but I'm human. I get it. Like, I've been there, but like, I'm the type of person, like, I love every piece of me. I don't care what it is. Like, I don't care if I get a pimple on my face or, whatever the case may be. Like, it doesn't change who I am because I don't give it that power. And as someone who, although I'm an adult now, I went through things, when I was young and as a teenager where, people would try to make me feel some type of way just because of the tone of my skin, as if I wasn't supposed to like it because society says that it's bad or because they feel that it's negative. Like, that's not me, that's not mine, so I don't give it that power. And that's what I feel like spirit is trying to guide someone to do. Like, I feel like this, whoever is in this energy could be very vain, like almost to the point of being overconsumed with the way that they look. And it's like, no. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but it comes to the point where, like, it's not for you. And I don't mean for you in that way. I mean for you, like, to be self-critical. It's not, you're not supposed to do that of yourself. Yeah, that's what I feel like. Spirit coming through. So what's the overall energy, spirit, as it pertains to the collective and the energy for this weekend? What's going on, spirit? Oh. Hold on, y'all. I just want to turn this thing off. But what's going on, spirit? What's the overall energy as it pertains to the collective for this weekend? Yep, see and here, this is my Virgo energy. The brown bear spirit. Take time out, yeah. And I feel that very strongly. And it's the number 9, like the hermit. Like, so for some of you, if you're not already doing this, you may need to, take a time out this weekend. I feel like saying, stop, pause. Yep. And it's basically saying with the canary spirit, like, sing your own song. It almost makes me want to say, like, some of you need to take a time out and just spend it with yourself. Like, I feel like whoever this is needs to fall in love with their self again, outside of all judgments, perceptions, projections. Like, I feel like that is necessary for whoever is with this person. And, spirit showing out. The armadillo spirit. We have a set healthy boundaries. And anybody that don't like it, and enforce that boundary. Like, give them that space. Okay, well, if you don't like it, cool. Stay over there. I'm going to be over here. Like, because yes, I love it. I love it. The panther spirit, which says reclaim your power. I'm hearing like the words busy bee, like someone could be like, this could be resonating for someone who's like always moving around, always on the go, always doing this, doing that, doing, here and there and everywhere. Almost like a Knight of Wands energy. And then up under that we have the turtle spirit, which says slow and steady wins the race. And not for nothing, I just posted about the tortoise and the hare on my Facebook page. Because I came across something and that was the first thing that came to my mind. So I guess, like, I don't know if there's, who is going to come across this video, but I literally did. Like, I just posted about it today. Just, and because I said, like, when I read the post, it automatically reminded me of that. And it said, something I noticed about genuinely happy people. They're doing less than you. They have fewer goals, fewer appointments, fewer obligations. They've learned that addition by subtraction is real. And while you're optimizing every minute, they're sitting on their porch drinking coffee. They're not lazy. They just figured out that most of what we chase doesn't matter. Busy is a choice, and peace is too. One looks successful and the other actually is. And when I read it, I was like, oh, it just popped in my head like the tortoise and the hare. So I just reposted it with, that this is how the tortoise beats the hare. And there's nothing, it's not to say like, or, to take a dig at people that are constantly in go mode, but you have to think like sometimes like that's what increases burnout. That's what induces stress. That's what causes worry. Like, I feel like I need to say to whoever this is, it's okay to like not do nothing. Just be and enjoy that. Enjoy you. And I get like a lot of people, like I don't want to say a lot of people, but most people do have trouble, sitting with themselves because it brings things up. But those things come up for a reason because you're not taking that time out. It's almost like you're constantly running from those things. So it's like, no, like you can't outrun it. So you might as well, just sit with it, whatever it is. Shut up, spirit, shut up. The Otter Spirit, this is my favorite card. And it says you are never alone. And not for nothing, like, this is crazy, Spirit. Because I've had a day today. And not in a bad way. It's just been a long day. Like, my day started early. As if it doesn't start early. But it started early, even though I woke up late. But I had, like, a dream last night. And there was someone in my dream that I haven't talked to, I haven't seen, just, someone from my past in my dream. But in the dream, it was just like the energy of really like someone missing like some, some closeness, some intimacy, some, like I'm a person that's really, big on touch. But I don't like everybody touching me, but I'm a person that's, big on touch. Like, it definitely permission needs to be given, and I need to consent. Like, so, but in the dream, like, it just felt like very, you see how they're, cozied up. Like, that's how I feel. Like, or at least that's how I felt with the dream. And, all day I've just been like, why is this person in my dream? Like, because I try not to, dive deep into things like that. But, it came up for a reason. And that's for me to, process on my own time. But it's almost like, it's that alone feeling. Like, you do feel like, I don't know how to explain it because I don't resonate. I spend a lot of time by myself just naturally. It's not to say that I'm antisocial or I don't want to, but I enjoy my company. So it doesn't bother me to, to sit the fuck down. Like, 9 times out of 10, that's what I want to do. I want to be somewhere by myself, chilling. Like, because, there's things, like, I have things to do. And even if I don't have anything to do, I can meditate. I can just, I can just be and still be cool. So, but it was almost like, and I know it's no shade or no digs to anybody that, struggle with being able to do that. But it's almost like, even when you're sleeping, you're not alone. Like, even if you're never alone. There's always something or someone there, like, not, and I don't mean that physically, but it's just like a presence, an energy, like a thought, like, so I don't know, someone may be, whoever this reading is for, may be struggling with that. And look at the bottom. Now we have the rabbit spirit, which says now is a lucky time. Like, yeah, it's almost like there's a time to rest and there's a time to, like, I want to say play. There's a time for, taking a time out, and there's a time for getting shit done. And I feel like whoever's in this energy may be like almost coming to that realization, like, I don't always have to do or be, or like, no. 9 times out of, like, I'm telling y'all, like, 9 times out of 10, if I'm not working or if I don't have, something to do or something that I want to do, I'm in here chilling. I'll put on some music, I'll grab my crayons and the coloring book, I'll write in my journal, I'll meditate. Sometimes, like, I can say lately I've been reading books. Like, I went to the bookstore and bought me some books, and I already finished one. I just started the other one. Like, it's all in how you decide to fill your time. But this makes me feel like Jupiter energy. The Wheel of Fortune, what now is a lucky time with the rabbit spirit. And then we have the seahorse spirit, which says watch and wait. Yes, because it's almost like someone is like, again, I feel the struggle with the energy of like someone wanting to go, but then, like, really, like, it's because it's what they're used to doing. They don't know how to, like, stop. And that's what it almost feels like. Spirit is just like, whoa, just trust the plan, trust the great mystery with the will spirit here, like, pump your brakes. And then we have the koala spirit with spirit has a plan. Like, I couldn't make this shit up if I motherfucking tried. So let's see what's going on. I'm hearing the words, like, yeah, just go with the flow. Go with the flow. Which again just is leading me to want to say, just be for a minute. Just be. I know the climate and environment, that we are in is just like, nah, if you're not moving, you're not doing nothing. If you're not, like, no. It's almost like that hustle culture is dead, because it's almost like people just run around just because they can't sit, or they refuse to. And it's like, no, you don't have to expend your energy that way. If the bottom of this card says what I think it says, I'm made, like, a part of me just feels like that's it. That's the reading. Like, really, because I think that the bottom of the deck says the flow, and I haven't seen it yet because I was just shuffling with my eyes closed. But I don't know. Oh, okay. It says the now. All right, because I was gonna say, like, because I just feel it, like, just be in flow. So we have the now, which speaks to the present. You better shut up. Then we have accept and receive. That like, it's like giving me that ebb and flow. And right now with the moon being in Aquarius, it will be in Pisces over the weekend, which could be why I'm feeling that, go with the flow energy. But this is, accept and receive says, it's just like emphasizing like a need for balance. Like, don't, you know, pause so much that you, or how can I say this, you can pause or stop so much that you fall into a slump, but you can also, do too much and end up overexerting yourself. It's learning how to cultivate that balance, in the present, in the now. And then we have your soul shines. And then we have stop, drop, and ground. And what this is making me feel like, especially with your soul shines, it's almost making me feel like someone who feels that if they stop, if they take a break, like they're gonna lose, like, I don't know, because it is giving me the star energy, but not in the way of, like, it's almost coming through as like a fear of missing out, like they're gonna miss their chance or miss the attention or miss the spotlight, or like, no, like taking that break and making sure that you okay is how you maintain your light, at least in my opinion. Yeah, because I feel like now they're telling me whoever is in this brown bear energy, like I said, I felt it was a masculine. They're wanting like closeness. They're wanting to be closer to something, whether it's themselves or another person, place or thing. They're wanting to be closer. And for some of you, like depending on where you're resonating at with the energy, you could have already taken this time out. And it almost feels like for some of you, you may be getting ready to take action. It almost feels like with the seahorse spirit, with the watch and wait, like there's a little bit, like I can feel like a little bit of hesitancy if you're, in that energy already. Like I feel like someone is saying, should I go now or wait? Now? I can't tell you. You just gotta, follow your gut. So can I get one? Can't even get it out. And check the colors. I love it. It's making me think of, it's the blue and the green, and it's making me feel like heart chakra and throat chakra. There may even be something that someone wants to say, but what came out says one step ahead is all you need. And that's even making me feel like the energy of taking action. Yeah, because then up under that we have bravely market your magic. And then we have, external validation. Where some of you could, you could be seeking or wanting, they're saying leaving behind, the need for external validation. I'm with it. Can I get another one for the brown bear spirit? Can I get one more for the brown bear spirit? I feel like if this is in regards to like possible communication, it's almost like, because I'm hearing gather their thoughts. This person, or it could be you, whoever is in this energy, they're wanting to express something, but it's almost like they need to gather their thoughts. Like they need to take a time out to like almost formulate what they're gonna say. It doesn't feel like it's rehearsed, but it's almost like, I don't know, maybe the situation or circumstance, this person, wants to make sure like they say the right thing. Can I get one more for the brown bear spirit? Too many. The brown bear spirit, please. Yeah, then we have shift the way to new potential. Yeah. Which is even more of the, and like again, for some of you, you could have already taken this time out and you're ready to take action. But some of you, this energy is coming through as after you take this time out, you'll be ready to take the action. Yep. Accept and receive at the bottom. Can I get one for the outer spirit? You are never alone. The outer spirit, you are never alone. Lead your metamorphosis, which speaks to, you know, change, transformation. Oh, bottom of the deck we have rise, which just makes me feel like look at the colors, y'all. Like I can't make this shit up. Oh, like I can't. Look at this. Like even these two cards, like I feel like if you're a feminine energy, you could be resonating as this outer spirit, where for some of you, there could be like the masculine energy coming towards you, because it does say, welcome the divine masculine. And then they're bringing me back to what I said previously when we started the reading, like to where like there could be a masculine energy who is, you know, in reflection or introspection regarding a feminine energy who is already like very introspective and reflective within themselves naturally, because they have like almost went through a metamorphosis on their own. It's almost like this feminine energy could be like, I feel the energy of like consoling and like nurturing and care, almost like an empress energy for this masculine. But yeah, okay, thank you, spirit, because they're saying yes, yes, because the feminine energy receives, the masculine energy takes action. So it's almost like yo, I swear my guys be having me rolling. They say, yeah, you got to go for what you know. Like, and I feel like if this is, you know, resonating that way for, you know, some of you, if there could possibly be a masculine energy that has seen you go through your own metamorphosis and they're coming towards you, you could be like being used as like a guide for this person. And, you know, they're seeing like your elevation. Can I get another one for the outer spirit? Ooh, too many. Can I get one more for the outer spirit? Look, I can't make this shit up. Welcome the divine masculine. And it's almost like this feminine, because they've went through some type of, you know, or could have went through some metamorphosis on their own. It's almost like, it's like, I feel like it's a signal that's going out, and the masculine is rising. Yes, rising to the occasion. And then we have fierce serenity at the bottom. I like this, y'all, because that feels like, oh, and it's number 8. Like, I feel the strength card energy. And they're saying, turn away, turn away. Yeah, someone is, I don't know, it could be you, or, you know, however you're resonating with this, but it feels like someone is having the courage to, like, I'm hearing turn away, and it says from the things that are distracting them, because then we have the distraction of shiny things. So it's getting rid of all, like, I feel like noise, unnecessary people, places, things, habits, patterns. Like, I feel like someone is getting, you know, making peace with letting it go, and, you know, turning their back on it, because then we have the good kind. Yeah, it's time for you to be like someone to be distracted, like have good distractions, healthy distractions. And it's not because, you know, like, I feel like if you, whatever you do, I don't even know like how to say this, because if you're doing something healthy, it's really could it be a distraction? Yeah, but I don't feel that it would be. It would just be you, tending to your interests. So then looking at it that way, it wouldn't even be a distraction. You would actually be putting time into some type of creativity. But let's see what comes out. I'm gonna try to keep this under an hour, y'all. What's going on, Spirit? Yeah, I feel like this feminine energy is showing the masculine, or at least they could even be just witnessing that, change is possible. Like, or, it's available for them or to them. What's going on? Can I get one more, please? Alright, so bottom of the deck, we have the Magician, more Virgo energy, which is a card of, it's a card like they're saying mastery. But it's a card of, taking your power back. It's a card of, for some of you, creating. I feel like someone is, with the Magician and the Four of Swords, like you have to create the peace you seek. You have to, be the initiator of that energy. Lead your metamorphosis. So some of you, you have to make the conscious choice or the decision to take this time out, because that's what the Four of Swords could be. Taking a time out is looked at as a card of healing. And then, you take the action with the Chariot. And, that's how you move intently in the right direction with the Chariot and Justice. And even in this card, you see how she's like the reflection. There's something there with reflection. But up under that, we have Temperance. And it's like, for some of you, the Temperance is just coming through as that energy of, first of all, Justice is coming through as a balance that is needing to be gained or attained for someone. But even with the Temperance, it's like, moderate yourself, because you don't want to sabotage with the Seven of Swords your happiness in the process, or doing what it is that you like with the Seven of Swords and the Sun, because then you're just gonna, you're gonna actually regress and go back to the Three of Swords. But you already know what it feels like to like be in that energy of pain, of hurt, of loss, of heartbreak, whatever the case may be. But I can also feel it like sabotaging it, because from the 7 to the 3 is this 4. Like, sabotaging your happiness for, like, it's not even that. It's like trying to run from the things that, may come up, or maybe, exposed with the Sun, like your wounds being seen or coming to the surface. Like, you can't let that stop you from being happy, or, getting to or doing whatever it is that, fulfills you, that makes you feel free. And for some of you with the Chariot and the Justice, it's doing what's right for you, because you're the only other person that you have to satisfy on the other side of things. You're not doing it to make others happy, or at least you shouldn't. So can I get one for this brown bear spirit? One step ahead is all you need, and shift the way to new potential. I get one for this brown bear spirit energy. Yeah, and here's that new perspective coming through. The Page of Pentacles. Yep, bottom of the deck. Masculine air energy, the King of Swords. It's almost like this masculine energy isn't like they know that, you know, this Knight of Swords energy, and I love how it's, you know, coming out behind the King of Swords, how, you know, being rash or being impulsive, or they're saying impatient, only leads to them being more stuck with the Hangman. This masculine energy, like I'm getting something with sight. Like it's almost like this could be like a masculine who needs to see something to believe it first, or they have to see things before they'll actually go with it. But can't make this shit up. The Hermit coming out. In this, taking this time out, whether you've already done it or this is something that, you know, may still be to come for you with the Hermit, it's showing you, like, that's when that new perspective comes through. Showing you which way you need to go. Showing you, like I said, I felt that Knight of Wands, like, what you need to basically surrender. With the Judgment here. You need to, it's a judgment call that you have to make to give up this energy. Can I get one more? And that's not to say, like, you know, don't be passionate about things or don't go after things, but it's really all in learning moderation. Can I get one more? Yep. Clarity is coming through, or will come through, for this masculine energy. For a lot of you, I feel like they already have it. But they're, even the King of Swords and the Hermit is like, it's very reflective on its own, like, together. It leads to the Page of Pentacles. And then, oh my God. Accept what you're seeing, and then look what you receive. I can't make this shit up, y'all. Oh, and there he is, the Emperor. I love it. And like I said, for some of you, there's a feminine energy. They're saying that's far off from this masculine. So that just makes me feel like for some of you, there may be distance involved from you and this masculine energy if it's resonating for you. But this Queen of Pentacles, you see how, like, she's just like in her element. She's like, she doesn't need to see. You see her eyes are closed and she's just in the flow of the wind on the earth, you know. Very stable, very solid and secure within themselves. Like, she knows she's, you know, not alone. She can probably even feel this masculine maybe, you know, either has her in thought or maybe watching her some kind of way. Or, thank you, Spirit, for some of you, if you're a feminine energy, you know that, like, this energy is attainable for the masculine, but it's like you're not gonna force it, you're not gonna push it, you're just gonna, you know, maintain your stature and allow this masculine to come forward. Because it's like they almost have to get away from, they have to get out of their own way or their own head with the Two of Swords. Can I get one for this otter spirit? You are never alone. You are never alone. Lead your metamorphosis and welcome the divine masculine. See, like, I even feel like this is like that masculine energy, like still in the energy of doubt, like feeling that this change, this transformation is not available to them. Like they could have went through a lot of letdowns, but by all means, you're entitled to stay in this energy if that's what you want to do. Like, everybody has their own free will. But it's almost like if you don't do nothing, what you allow will continue. And for some of you, it's just negative self-talk, I feel like, with the Ten of Swords. Yep. Or like the feelings of not being worthy with the Nine of Pentacles. But you are, like, for some of you, you're actually seeing, like, I feel like saying all is not, where you're at right now is not the end. Like, there's still opportunities out there for you to grab. And for some of you, if this is a feminine energy, you could, for some of you, I don't know your circumstances. There could, I don't know, like, this is weird. Like, I'm getting the energy of, like, possibly, like, a masculine who is just doubting. Like, I don't know what they did, but, the Ten of Swords could be a betrayal. Like, you could see, like, whatever this Ten of Swords is, it didn't, like, keep the feminine energy down. Like, it almost makes me want to say, like, they're not broken. They're very, very whole. With the Three of Swords and the Ten of Cups. I mean, and honestly, like, and if this is you and it has nothing else to do with someone, it almost feels like this masculine, like, doubts that they can heal from whatever this is. Whether it's a betrayal, past pain, heartbreak, heartache, physical pain. Like, I don't know. Can I get another one to go with this otter spirit? Lead your metamorphosis and welcome the divine masculine. Then we have the Knight of Wands. Yeah, with the Judgment. And I'm hearing, is it Whitney Houston's I Run to You? Because that's what it feels like. Like, this person just wants to escape. For some of them, it's boredom. I really don't even feel like this is the feminine energy. I feel like this person is wanting to go towards a feminine energy. But they know, like, it's almost like this person feels like if they don't stay in this Knight of Wands energy, constantly on the go, they're just gonna, like, it's boring to them. But no, it's not boring. You have to almost, with a way of judgment, surrender that way of thinking. Or, like, it almost feels like a program. Like, or, like, because I'm hearing, like a tape recorder. So maybe this is something that you tell yourself, well, like, it's not exciting. Like, life isn't exciting if you're not doing nothing. And that's the furthest thing from the truth. And I'm gonna attest, like, I'm living proof. I have a whole lot of fun, chilling by myself. Like, So I don't, like I said, I don't know, I don't get it, but it's almost like it's time for you to like I almost feel like this person could even be being bored, because like bored with this Knight of Wands, because it feels like cheap thrills. Like it's time to, go towards what is, where your heart is telling you, what fulfills you at a heart level, what makes you feel almost satiated. Because I feel like this shit burns out really quick. Can I get one more, please, Spirit? Can we see the feminine energy? And one of my favorite movies is this movie called Paid in Full. And Ace Boogie and his girlfriend, they were out eating at the little chicken joint, little chicken spot. And they're having a conversation, and she was like, he was like, yo, if I'm boring, then why you with me? And she was like, well, I'm with you because I'm boring too. Like, what? And that's what I feel here, because looking at this Never Alone, like I feel like these are two people who are very like, if this is playing out for people for you at a soul level, that are like they're the same, like one and the same, which is crazy. Like there's more, you have more alike than you do differences. But I just don't think like one, like I feel like the feminine can see it and recognize it, but I don't feel like the masculine doesn't see it that way. Can I get one more? They're seeing it through the lens of like, I have to be doing this, or I got to do that, or I have like, but you don't though. Yeah, we have, look, and there's the feminine energy, like, yeah, coming out as the Queen of Wands. And that's what I feel like this masculine energy, like this feminine energy, although they may be, someone who, could potentially be like a loner, or, can seem like they're boring or uninterested, it lights this masculine up. Like she lights this masculine up, like, but they're like, and it almost makes me feel like this person is fun. Like they don't have, like with the Ten of Wands here, like there's like they're not holding on to nothing but the Ace of Wands. They've let all of that shit go. Like, okay, if you want to look at me like I'm bored, cool. You want to look at me like I'm boring because I'm not out here running around, or seeking attention, or trying to be in everybody's face, cool, I'll be that. But just know, like, I'm still good over here. Like, look, you see, it's like she's excited with just the light in her hands. Chilling. Very, like, and then it's almost like whoever this feminine is, being in that energy, it's like a magnet. Can I get one more, please? It's like a magnet. Can I get one more, please? And it's like opposites attract. Fire and air. The King of Swords and the Queen of Wands. But it's almost like, I don't know. Give me one for this King of Swords. Look. The Nine of Cups, yeah. Like emotionally, this king, just like, this is what they want. They want that emotional fulfillment. Like they just want to be able to be free emotionally, number one. But they're ready to, like, I almost feel like saying, just like, fuck all that shit that don't matter. Like with the Nine of Cups, I'm here for whatever makes me happy. what's in my heart. Because then at the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Cups. And the page plus this 9 is the 10. Yeah, like, but you know, like I always say, to me, the 10 of Cups is a vibration of emotional satisfaction or fulfillment that you share. Not to say that you can't have it on your own, but normally, like, to me, it involves others. Can I get one more for this Queen of Wands, and then we'll grab the guidance and advice? The Queen of Wands. Why is this Queen of Wands here? Too many. The Queen of Wands. I'm hearing coming off of this feminine energy, I'm a party all by myself. Yes. Yes. Can I get one for the Queen of Wands? And I know, like, that's how I be feeling. I will have a full-blown party up in here by myself with my music on. I don't even have to, you know, have a drink or nothing like that. Just be in the zone, in the vibes. Can I get one more for the Queen of Wands, please, Spirit? Too many. That was the 8 of Wands that, or excuse me, the 8 of Pentacles that fell on my lap. Can I get one more for the Queen of Wands? And for some of you, you know, you're happy just, you know, doing you is what it makes me feel like with that 8 of Pentacles. Like, working on whatever you're working on, doing whatever you're doing. Look, it wanted to come back out again. Yeah. Happy with the little shit. With the simple things. Look, and even in this picture, she's looking at a candle. And what I'm hearing, what do you call it? Man's best friend. That's what I'm hearing. So some of you, this masculine could look at you like you're their best friend. But there's like, it's almost like the energy of kindred spirits. And if so, it's like, again, this masculine is, you know, with the Page of Swords and the King of Cups, it's almost still giving me that energy of needing to be grounded and centered emotionally. They may even tell you, like, you're my best friend. Because the pages are messengers. I feel like for some of them honing in on this energy, or even coming to the realization of what you are to them, or, you know, if it's vice versa, it's vice versa, however it goes for you. It's almost like, for some of them, they're like, there's almost like a need to get comfortable, because it's like they want to express it to the world with the King of Cups and the Sun. And didn't I, like, that Libra season preview, didn't I name that like a big public display of affection, or like some, I don't know, I feel it. I feel that energy like here in this reading. So I don't know. I don't know, y'all. And if it has nothing to do with another person, it's almost like, before this masculine can, you know, almost take the action that needs to be taken, or take this break, or not even before, but coming out of this other side, it's almost like their feminine energy, how can I say this? needs to like get secure within itself and be okay like by itself. Then that way the masculine energy can, you know, step forth to basically like integrate. But I don't feel like if this is just one energy, like this person, they're not yet integrated. I guess is the best way that I can say it. Like, it would basically be like saying getting comfortable with how you feel and then taking the action or making the decisions that align with you and not, you know, and nobody else, without anybody else's input. Like, this has to be all you. Because if that's the case for some of you, it's like you've been leaving your, like, your feminine energy, like, in a way, like, just out and frolicky. But it's not, it doesn't make you feel good. So can I get the guidance and advice, Spirit, as it pertains to the collective and the energy surrounding this weekend? What's the guidance and advice? Too many. What's the guidance and advice? The guidance and advice. Yeah. Too many. And look at these two. Even though I'm going to put them back, we got the peacock spirit, let it shine. And then we have the nightingale spirit, love is all around. Yes. Can I get one more? Oh, I love it. The cat spirit, claim your independence. Yes. Give me one for this cat spirit. This feminine energy could have like Aries energy. I feel it very strongly. So we have Aries and Aquarius, Virgo. I mean, everybody's out here, but I don't know why I'm feeling the Aries very strongly for some reason. But it is the Queen of Wands. The moon is in Aquarius right now. So that makes sense that the masculine showed as a King of Swords. Because the moon is a reflection, or the reflection of the sun. But it's also how we feel emotionally and react and respond. So let's see the cat spirit. Alright, it says, claim your independence. The oracle message. When cat spirit meows, she's calling you to claim your independence and allow for some space between you and others in your life. The only way you can grow in all your relationships now is to have a healthy sense of self-respect and self-worth. When you walk with dignity, knowing who you are, self-aware and willing to grow, trusting the value you bring, the world will mirror all of this back to you in kind. When you say no to codependency and enmeshment, live and let live, and practice taking risks as you wander into new territory for you. Cat spirit rejoices. She is here to urge you to let your independent spirit roam free. And that's what this feminine energy could be like reminding this masculine of. And not for nothing, she is sitting there, like, I just feel like this feminine is very vibrant with a cat. Not to say like you have to have a cat, but it's, you know, that spirit, the cat spirit. Spirit, shut up. The protection message. This may be the time You are facing some unpredictable situations. Are you hesitant to take risks, too cautious to jump into something new because you fear you can't trust yourself? Cat Spirit is saying go for it because you will land on your feet. If nothing seems to be going according to plan, there is no reason to worry. Cat Spirit loves to mix it up, and these seeming upsets will actually bring you some wondrous and unexpected opportunities. Get ready to pounce, as you may be called to jump into something new at a moment's notice. At this time, your instincts are keen and your intuition is sharp. Remember, even a temporary failure can lead to spectacular success. So embrace the adventure. You are sure footed and can trust yourself. Yes. And here we have that fierce serenity coming out again. I can't. And that's the strength card. Like, or at least that's how I'm feeling it. Number 8, because it has a lion on it and it's a number 8, which is the same as in the tarot. So we'll read that one too, which is a cat. All right, so we have fierce serenity. The essential meanings is strength, quiet force, determination, the energy of the pacifist, willpower, self-control, a pure heart, emotional intelligence, a loving leadership, grounded calmness, infinite patience, a gentle soul, a peaceful warrior. The self-care message, losing patience, losing control, allowing your emotions to run wild, not standing in your power, being inflexible, a time to trust your own abilities. Fierce serenity. It's a quality that's embodied by the peaceful warrior and by the majestic beauty of a resting lion. It's a feeling of power and one of flexible calmness in the center of a raging storm. Regardless of any fear or vulnerability that you are feeling right now, this card reminds you that you are strong enough to handle this situation. Stand up for yourself with love and courage and insist on integrity, both from yourself and from others. When the world around you is challenging your inner peace, what gives you strength amid uncertainty? Root deeply into that truth, as being fiercely grounded will change the outcome of your current events. Now is not the time for brute force. Lead with love. The gentle serenity you project will be a steady force that will allow you to remain unshakable. Channel your love from the center of a pure heart and bless the quiet strength of your soul. It will prevail when it is given the chance to shine in the face of adversity. Yes. And then it says, how would your situation change if you let go of the small stuff? What are some of your must-haves and what can you compromise on? The peaceful warrior archetypes through the actions of extraordinary people like Gandhi, Mother Teresa, Martin Luther King Jr. Is there someone who represents fierce serenity to you? We all have this energy in us. Where can you welcome more of it into your life? And remember, like on the traditional tarot card, it's on the strength card, it's a woman who is like some of the cards she's caressing him, but it's a feminine energy on there with the lion. Yeah, so I feel like, again, for some of you, there's a need to surrender. Oh my god. And there's a need to be, to stand, like, again, like the cat spirit says, stand in your power, claim your confidence. And then look, clarifying the fierce serenity, we have the Queen of Cups. And look what's at the bottom of the deck. The King of Cups. And then I say, like, I feel like the energy of these are two people who at a core soul level are the same, but maybe even in external appearances may seem like complete opposites. This is like, it feels very kindred spirit to me, even if it's not, romantic. Like, it feels very, very kindred spirited to me. But yes, As always, y'all, I thank you all for tuning in with me. I definitely hope that this resonated for some of you, and if not, it just wasn't your story. I hope that, everyone enjoys their weekend. I hope everyone, is safe, and I will see you all on the next one. All right? Later.